Hi everyone, this is Mitch from the SportsChatPlace.com, and it's Tuesday, August 18th, 2009. It's time for our weekly boxing talk. It's my favorite segment of the week, and we're going to talk about what happened in the ring last week and what's coming up, because we got a great fall schedule of boxing. In any event, this past weekend was Pinoy Power 2, and Donaire took out Concepcion. I don't think anyone was surprised there. Personally, all I have to say about this fight is it's time for Donaire to step it up and to really take on some better competition. Hopefully, they put him up against someone who can really stand up and fight him this time. In the undercard bout that we really liked, Steve Luevino and Abe Concepcion ended in a disqualification as Concepcion was disqualified for hitting Luevino after the bell and knocking him out. Luevino pretty much kept Concepcion at bay. I was pretty disappointed the way Concepcion didn't really just go after and try and attack Luevino, and Luevino just pitter-pattered away at Concepcion. I think he was on his way to an easy victory in that one. We'll see if a rematch takes place. I think that Manny Pacquiao-Miguel Cotto card might be a nice place to see a rematch of that fight if the guys are even willing to do it. Not sure it's ever going to happen, though, is the word right now. Speaking of Manny Pacquiao-Miguel Cotto, it's going to be for the WBO title. Those two are going to be doing a very small media tour, to promote the fight. Really, not a lot of new news on the Pacquiao-Cotto fight, and we're just looking forward to it. But it's just one of many fights on the fall schedule. Roy Jones took out Jeff Lacey. These were two guys that we said neither of them are in their prime anymore. Lacey, I don't know if he ever really had a prime, but Jones, boy, it just goes to show you when you have the skills, you have the skills. And he hit Lacey, and Lacey was out, and that was the end of that one. Talking about out. Kelly Pavlik is not fighting Paul Williams, at least not on October 3rd. The fight has been postponed. A new date has not been set. Pavlik has a staph infection in his hand, and so he can't fight. Boy, I was really looking forward to that one. That was just one of many cards on that fall schedule. A fight that's coming up this weekend, Juan Diaz takes on Paul Malignaggi. And Juan Diaz, I have to say, he's lost his last two fights. One was against Nate Campbell in that huge upset down in Cancun, and then the last fight, he fought Juan Manuel Marquez, and now he's fighting Paul Malignaggi, who's a former champion himself. So Juan Diaz is not giving himself the easiest road. Malignaggi actually is probably the easiest fighter though he's fought in his last three fights, because Malignaggi doesn't quite have the power of a Juan Manuel Marquez or even a Nate Campbell. So I think that sets up to be a pretty interesting fight. It'll be interesting to see if Malignaggi has the power to keep Diaz off him, if Diaz can return to that bull style that worked so well for him in the past. That fight's on TV this weekend, and any live boxing on TV, boy, that's always a bonus. Just a lot more fights coming up this fall. Next weekend, another full schedule of fights. Huck and Abraham and all kinds of stuff going on. We'll get to that in next week's boxing talk. In any event, this is Mitch from the SportsChatPlace.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week with some more weekly boxing talk. Have a great day.